Today, I might be recording my most hypocritical video ever. What influencers should stop doing in Poland. Boom! Boom! Cześć ludzie! What's up people? Hola, JT here. Welcome to another episode. I recorded a video a while ago called What You Should Not Do in Poland. To this day, it's my most popular video. And I believe that those things still stand. But I think that a lot of things have changed. Poland has exploded in popularity, and now we have all of these content creators and influencers coming here trying to showcase the world some of the beauty that Poland has. This hasn't been taken so well by many Polish people because now they feel that overexposing Poland can lead to some issues, but I don't particularly have a problem with content creators coming to Poland. The world can only benefit from discovering some of the amazing things that we have here. But doing a little bit of browsing around the internet, you can see that some content creators have discovered this little like Aladdin, what does Aladdin have? A lamp. He has a lamp. This Aladdin's lamp that they rub it the right way, and then this genie comes out and of course gives them a lot of views and a lot of subscriber. Do you get the analogy? And the particular issue that I have with this is that many of these influencers are saying things and covering certain topics, maybe not because they truly have an interest in that, but because it generates views. It generates, of course, subscribers. But I want to make it clear on the first minutes of this video that this is not a manhunt. I am not out to get someone in particular. As a matter of fact, I'm even trying to keep myself accountable. Because by making this video, I think it's a good way to keep us content creators somewhat in tune with what the locals like and what the locals think is appropriate. Now that I live here and interact with Polish people all the time, I've gotten a different perspective than I had, the first 3 years of making content when I was living in the UK. Now, let's get on with it, right? What are those things that I think content creators should stop doing in Poland? The first thing is this over-dramatization of what Poland is like. You see the thumbnails. They come and start saying that, oh my God, Poland is so cheap. Poland is so modern. I did not expect this in Poland. To be fair, it's not so easy for content creators. And I know that we can get a little bit of a blame because, we are using clickbait titles or we are using thumbnails that are sometimes not as realistic to what the video is about. I particularly don't like thumbnails that when you click on the video have nothing to do with the video itself, but it is true that a thumbnail is like a good poster for a movie. You need to have a thumbnail that is going to attract someone to stop, first of all, scrolling and to click on the video. Same with the title. You need to create titles that are compelling. And I'm going to tell you that this trend of over-dramatizing things, it's a fault of all of us. First of all, YouTube and the way that they have designed the algorithm these days. Also, a little bit of our fault because, we play the game to get you to click on it. But it's also your fault as consumers. We are just going. We don't have the same attention span. We don't want to give things a try. We don't want to just, let me see what this video might be about. Maybe the thumbnail is not a Mr. Beast style of thumbnail that is going to catch your attention and immediately, oh my God, there's explosions in the back and I have to see what this is about. Sometimes there are amazing videos that have a completely normal thumbnail without overexposed colors, but people don't click on those. So you have to resort to the thumbnails that have all the but inside the video itself, also, there's this dramatization of prices. Oh, Poland is so cheap. Oh, I did not expect this. Or Poland is so safe. And I know at this point you're all laughing and calling me a hypocrite because I've made so many videos talking about how safe Poland is. I think there's a difference when you truly encounter a situation where you are surprised about, let's say, the safety of the country, than when you are using the safety of the country as a pivoting point to try to sell your video. So let's stop over dramatizing things in Poland just for the sake of views. This country has some amazing things, but it also has some bad things. And we should try to tell the story as honest as possible, not trying to manipulate things one way or the other just to get those amazing views that us content creators love. The second thing is behavior in public. In Poland is not seen well if you are being obnoxiously loud, if you are bothering people that are trying to go about their day, if you are sticking your microphone in front of someone's face, asking them questions without even first getting their acknowledgement that it's okay to be filmed, it's okay to ask a question. This is a trend these days where people don't really care about another human being that is standing in front of their face as long as they get the shot. I love a good reaction video, good honest reaction video. You want to see how someone really reacts to and has an actual emotion, unrehearsed, but it's very important that you don't do this in a mega obnoxious way. There are so many creators these days going around, for example, entering Żabka. They hear about Żabka. Oh, Żabka is the store in Poland, it has everything. Or trying to buy, what can I buy for $10 in Żabka. And they go in and they set up their tripods in the middle of Żabka, and people are still trying to go inside to buy something to eat and get going on with their days. And it's not okay. We have to humanize content creation. We get used to living behind the camera. We get used to creating content and then uploading it and seeing the views and seeing the reaction of people. We get addicted to that. There is something to it, of course. Everyone wants to be liked, everyone wants to create viral content, but in the process we cannot lose that human touch. We cannot lose the story that is behind meeting someone in public and giving them the respect that they deserve, even if you're not going to see that person ever again. I think that maintaining that level of humanity and respect and not prioritizing the footage. I think that one of the most important things that you gain from traveling is the new perspective that you acquire about everything, life, your own country, about so many undiscovered places that are out there in the world. It's one of the most important things about going to new places. But we have to be very careful of over comparing things. You can always err on the wrong side when you try to make comparisons that sometimes make no sense or are unfair. As a content creator, we sometimes hold a little bit of power in changing sometimes the narrative of things or changing how things are being run in different countries. The same thing applies to Poland. Some people come and they see things and they are comparing it to what they see at home. Sometimes the comparison is driven by just trying to either create controversy or by robbing the ego of the locals. And that is when it gets a little bit dangerous because it's not honest. Now, there's a little distinction that I do want to make. There are some creators that their whole purpose of creating is precisely to contrast things. That is okay, because from the beginning, that's what you're doing. That's what your channel, that's what your account is about. I have a good friend, Kasia from Zawodowa Emigrantka, and she does contrasting content about Brazil. She was recently in Brazil, her boyfriend is Brazilian, and she's showing like, okay, look, this is the Brazilian Rosman. And I found it interesting in her account. And I was like, okay, that's cool. She's not there just saying, oh, in Poland we have it best because in Poland this is or the opposite. Here's so much better. Poland sucks because and it's just creating controversy for the sake of controversy without really adding anything. In my opinion, if you add value to the viewer, then it's perfectly fine. In that case, of course, contrast all you want, compare all you want, but don't do it just to get people to comment and to drive the algorithm. Makes absolutely no sense, and it's just lazy content creation. The fourth thing is covering current events untastefully. There are always going to be things happening that are current and that are worth making a video about. Especially as content creators, we want to make sure that we are up to date with what is happening, and if there's something that has the potential of driving, of course, interest, you're gonna do it. Come on, let's not try to trick ourselves. We want to stay current. We want to cover things that are gonna have a high chance of being picked up by the algorithm and being shown to a lot of people. It is what it is. What is behind the reason why you make the video, aside from getting views, is, in my opinion, what makes the difference between being a good content creator and someone that is really going to get the love of the audience and the respect of the audience and the trust of the audience. But when you try to twist the current events to fit your story and to create, once again, I'm going to use the word controversy, that's where, in my opinion, it becomes a little shady. Another example, recently Poland has been in the limelight because of its immigration policies, and making videos where you are reacting to things that have happened that sometimes are isolated events, a protest that sparked some violent behaviors among the people that were attending it. You don't see those things every day in Poland. But if you want to, I don't know, react to it and then, you know, portray it and package the whole material with the thumbnail that is going to be sensationalistic and the title, then in my opinion it becomes shady. And once again, I'm going to debunk it. I am not making this video about a specific person. What I'm talking about, you can find several examples out there on the internet, on YouTube, on Instagram. This is not exclusive to one person. So, you know, I just want to make it clear, I'm not trying to pick a fight with anybody on the internet. I think this lake is actually frozen, guys. Just like my feet. Well, the last thing, and I'll try to frame this one actually more positively, is to be honest, to be transparent, and to be real. Content creators are changing the world, honestly. I don't want to make it seem like we're more important than we are, but the game is very different. More and more people are choosing YouTube, Instagram, TikTok to acquire not only entertainment but also knowledge. They are discovering things through these platforms, and content creators have become the new journalists of sorts. I do think that we hold a responsibility to narrate our story and to create our videos in ways that are adding to the world. Sometimes some videos are just pure entertainment, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't want to say that every piece of content that we create has to be this serious thing that is going to make someone's life better. Sometimes it's just a funny thing. Sometimes you're going to create something that is not going to be good. It's going to just be one of those videos that, okay, let's forget about that one. Don't let the public be the one that keeps you honest. It has to start from within. You have to be always asking yourself, am I covering this in a truthful way? Am I making this video for the right reasons? We sometimes get carried away by videos doing good or not doing good, which is the reason why sometimes we fall under this addictive pattern of creating the same type of content because there was the one good video that did really well. So we are like, oh, we have to make more of those. It's a balancing act. It's not so easy. I am not going to stand here and tell you guys that I am the one that is doing it right, and I am the one that did it with all the honesty in the world. There are other creators out there that are really doing it for the right reasons too, and I want to applaud them. I just want to make sure that we keep ourselves in check, including myself. Hey, let's not trick ourselves. This is a business. YouTube is a business. Creating content is a business. I make money doing this. And when you make money doing something, you have to have a business savvy mind. So you have to make videos that people want to watch. Let's not trick ourselves. This is not just art for the sake of art. There is a driver behind all of this. But all I'm saying that just as you want to get views, because views bring subscribers, subscribers bring more views, and therefore you get money, you get paid, you need to keep the whole machinery working in your favor, but also making videos that are interesting to you and that are honest should be one of the drivers, as strong as getting the views and getting that nice paycheck from YouTube every month. Friends, take this video as you will. I just try to be as honest as possible, and of course, with all due respect to all the content creators that are out here making good content, making sure that we bring you entertainment, bring you knowledge, bring you things to think about every week. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your views. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for everything. Just by sitting there and watching this video to the end, you are already making a difference, not only for me, but for all the other creators whose videos you also watch. See you guys on another episode.